Tony Sharma. Tony, I have to give you a little introduction before we start, if that's okay, because I know that you're super cool and you're very, very well established within the Rotary. Everybody loves you. Everybody speaks so highly of you. And everybody wants to work with you because you're a doer. You show results with all the things you do. So Tony Sharma was born in Slough, as he mentioned just now, in England, of course, and studied textile engineering in Cardiff University. He's the director of Land and Company, a property company established in 1988, and a vice president of Nanoland Global Limited. He established in 2012 a company called Nanoland Global, which are suppliers of cutting-edge nanotechnology that is not available on the open market and providing nano solutions for environment safety. Tony has also been a Rotarian for over 30 years and a member of the Rotary Club of Woodford Green. He also served as a past president, a past assistant governor, a district governor in 2019-2020, and he has also contributed to Rotary projects in UK, abroad, including many countries like Mexico, Brazil, Albania, India, Ethiopia, etc., South Africa. And in London, he's been working as a lead for volunteer teams for marshal duties in the London Marathon. So all of you marathon lovers out there, and running lovers, you can volunteer there as well with his team. So he's been involved in this for over 12 years, volunteering in running and cycling events. Now, on top of that, he's the founder of Rotary Dragon Boat Festival and London New Year Days Parade. London New Year Days Parade is amazing because I've been involved in that a few years, and it's one of the best parades that you should definitely watch on 31st of December. It always happens, to celebrate first of the next year. And finally, this the current projects he's working on is the Indus Peace Park, which is what Mohammed just spoke to us about. That's mainly to support peace and conflict resolution, and the Rotary Treacly partnership to help reverse climate damage by planting mangrove trees and mitigating your carbon footprint, which I'm very interested into finding out much more and getting involved in, hopefully. Now, today he'll be sharing with us some information on the environmental projects that Rotary gets involved in to make this world a better place. So, Tony, thank you very much, and a global namaste, as always, to you on Healing Our Earth. We're loving having you here. You always bring a bit of warmth and some inspiration, even though you're all the way from Florida. You've been jet setting as well, and this was for Rotary that you were in Florida?
Regrettably, no, I'm here on business. But since I'm here on business, I will be visiting a Rotary Club on Tuesday to launch the Treacly project in the United States.
Oh, fantastic. So you're spreading the news and the information and sharing the knowledge with everybody else and inspiring people to get involved. So today I was just wondering that, is it possible for us to maybe go through the Treacly project, or would you like me to play that particular interview that you'd like me to, that you did previously? Or would you like to run through that presentation for us?
Whatever you feel, I'll do.
That's fantastic. I think it would be wonderful if we can hear you live right now, sharing that wonderful presentation with us. I just wanted to share with the viewers out there, whilst you perhaps prepare your presentation, I just wanted to mention that there's a really amazing project called the Treacly project that Tony was one of the initiators. And of course, he's working with a team of people within the environmental committees to plant trees around the world. These are various places around the world. And he mentioned the mangrove trees that are being planted everywhere, which I think we really need because there's so many deforestation and things like that going on. So today, Tony will share with us how what the project is and perhaps how you can get involved. It's a very little thing you can do, but it'll make a huge impact if you can just do that. And if you could share that with the rest of your friends, families, and your social media contacts, we would totally, definitely appreciate that. And that could be your kindness act for today, perhaps. So, Tony, please go ahead and share what you needed to share.
So have you got the presentation there, honey?
Would you like me to use that presentation there?
Yeah, there's only about 4 slides.
Okay. But, sure. If you'd like to maybe tell the public about a few other things, then I'll just get that for you.
Okay, so For the benefit of everybody on the screen here, about September it was, we had in the UK, in Glasgow, COP26. And what's evident about all these world leaders coming together and talking about things is that they talk. They talk and they talk. And they don't do what they should be doing. And there's very many reasons. And this is where Rotary gives you a platform for not talking, but doing. So one of the programs that we found when we partnered up with the Treacly organization, the two directors are both Rotarians from Norfolk in England, and they've partnered with the Eden Project based out of California. And what they've done, these guys have developed a software whereby if you download their app onto your phone, by the mere action of downloading the app, you plant a tree through the Eden Project. And at this point, there's no charge. Then if you walk, and once you've downloaded the app, it connects to your smartphone step tracker. So if you walk 5,000 steps a day, 5 days out of 7, automatically the Eden Project will plant yet another tree. Again, at this point, at no cost. So for no money involved, for Rotary, you could plant 53 trees a year just by doing what you're normally doing. You don't have to do anything extra. So on your smartphone, in your pocket, when you're walking, do your 5,000, plant a tree. So I know Shab's got his calculator. So if you imagine 1.3 million Rotarians all planting 53 trees a year, that's a hell of a lot of trees without any cost. And that's the project I'm launching in the United States on Tuesday. Now, through the presentation, if we can find it, but if we don't have it, it doesn't really matter. Once you go on the
yes, we've got it. We do have it here. Yes, it's all ready to go. So if you want, would you like me to start with the first slide, or would you like me to go for it?
Yeah, let's go for it. And then we'll just quickly walk it through.
Yeah, that'll be lovely, because I think visually, if people can see, I think they'll get a much better idea of what the project is. There you go.
So there you go. Okay, that's basically the program is in line with the 7th area of focus, and it's called Turning Footsteps into Forests. Next slide, please. We saw at COP26 the very noted scientist Lord Attenborough talk about the need, but here on this platform, we already know that there's a need. Next slide, please. We also know, because of COP26, there is no easy solution. There's no one single solution. There has to be many solutions. But we don't need to sit around talking about it. We need to start acting. One of the projects I've mentioned is planting trees, and specifically mangrove trees, because they are the most efficient in neutralizing carbon. They're planted in coastal areas which suffer the most heaviest deforestation. Currently, we're looking at Madagascar because they suffered the most deforestation. By working there, what we do is by planting the trees, not only do we save the environment, but we also provide, because the local people are paid to plant the trees. Therefore, we take them out of extreme poverty. We teach them about the environment, why they should look after the trees, and mangrove trees, especially because in the coastal areas, their roots provide a habitat for marine life. So that's exactly what you see on the screen. These are all the reasons why mangroves should be planted. Next slide, please. And that's just showing you providing the employment and therefore taking these people out of extreme poverty. Next slide, please. So by walking, you're planting trees. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I know that every day I walk to the local shops to buy my newspaper, and that does about 600 steps. During the day, I easily do 5,000 steps, just in my normal daily routine. Do that 5 days, and that plants another tree. Next slide, please. So yeah, that's okay. Carry on to the last one. That's fine. So what you do is, by planting trees, we've chosen 5,000 steps for a specific reason, because the average of a normal adult is 7,500. So 5,000 should be an easy target for most people. And as Shab keeps on saying, we're the mature Rotarians who tend to walk less. So we're not only encouraging you to plant trees, we're encouraging you to make sure you walk 5,000, because it has added benefits to your own health. It reverses the aging of the brain. It makes you, provides improvement in mental health well-being. It, repairs your organs. So walking less than 5,000 steps doesn't do any of these things. Next slide, please.
Yeah, actually, that's what I love about this one, because it's got the health aspect with it as well. So it's actually good for every person who does this, and at the same time, it's doing good for the world. So it's a really fantastic idea, that connection as well.
So what we're doing is, this is a free option, which means it doesn't cost you a single penny, dollar, rupee, or cent. Walk 5,000 steps a day, 5 days a week, you plant a tree. That removes up to 50% of an annual carbon footprint of the average person. Now, I say it's for free, someone has to be paying for it. What happens is, this is where the Treacly partnership comes onto its own. Not only do they provide the software, they raise funds from corporate entities around the UK initially, and then around the world as the partnership develops, because under corporate social responsibility, corporations are needing to show they're doing something to help the planet. Organizations at the highest level, the CEOs and directors, they know what Rotary is. It's a trusted brand. And they are lining up to partner Rotary, and therefore using some of their budget to help plant these trees. Next slide, please. The next slide will show option 2. And option 2 means if you donate £40 sterling, they will use that to plant more trees. And what that actually means is that instead of planting 1 tree a week, you can potentially plant 7 trees a week, 365 trees a year. And that removes up to 2 times an annual carbon footprint. And what also we've negotiated is, instead of £40 being spent for just trees, a £4 donation will be made towards End Polio Now campaign. Next slide, please. So option 3 is a UK-based option, but it will be rolled out soon to the rest of the world. By donating £60, of which £4 is donated to the End Polio campaign, you get to plant 240 trees. And that removes 12 months of UK adult carbon footprint, and that has no connection with the free app or the trees. And basically what they're saying is, if you feel you can't do 5,000 steps, just pay the money, we'll plant the trees and let others do the walking. Next slide, please. So in the UK, we have 25 districts. We have set a competition between them to see who can plant the most trees, who can do the most steps, and there'll be an award-winning prize of environmental collaboration with another organisation to help mitigate the carbon footprint of the district. And by doing a donation of £225, £25 will go to the polio campaign, and each member gets to plant 60 trees for this £225, in addition to anything else you might be doing. And this is just basically setting up a bit of a competition to see who can plant the most trees. But more importantly, what it does do is this number of trees becomes totally accountable, which means we can share with the world that Rotary in London, Rotary in Great Britain and Ireland have planted this many trees. So that's the real purpose, is so that we can say and shout from the hilltops these are how many trees that we planted. And this is, as I said, being rolled out in the United States on Tuesday, and the rest of the world in Europe and Asia, we are planning to roll it out in the middle of February. I think that's the last slide. So, honey, that's the tree project.
Oh, that's lovely. The Treacly project. And you mentioned to everybody of how we can order or download the app is normally you can find it on the App Store, or you have a special QR code, right? Yes. Which I don't seem to have here, but yeah.
The easy way is just to go to your Play Store or App Store and look at Treacly, and you'll see the logo, and just download the app. As I say, by downloading the app, you just planted a tree. So for every Rotarian, and the other benefits, of course, is you can share this with your family and friends, and it's not the sort of thing that they would expect Rotary to be doing, because it's modern technology, downloading an app. It's the sort of thing that the younger generations will say, oh, that's easy. My own children do it and think nothing of it. And they think, oh, Rotary's got sort of a bit modernized, and how do they know what apps are and stuff like that? So there's
no age limit. There's no age limit to this, Tony, because I'm just thinking that if ever, because people go to school, they're always walking around. Oh, there's Shab's just found it. He's just showing it on this. Yeah, that's very nice.
Shab, your job now is you've got to share this app with as many people as you can.
Yes.
You're on mute.
He's muted. Yes, he's on mute. Yes. But Tony, as we were saying, so people can actually just go download that app, make sure there's a QR code on any of these flyers, which they'll probably find on what is the website? Treacly.org.
Judith has done it as well. So Judith's done it, and Ian has done it as well. Oh, he's done 75. He's showing off. He's done 75,000 steps.
Wow, Ian's a proper walker. We could plant loads of trees with him around. So, Tony, any final messages before we move on to Candy?
My final message is God bless you all, and thank you for all you do.
Well, a final message from me is, Tony, keep inspiring. You're a really amazing, unique person. And I think very few people, heroes, like Rotary heroes like you exist. So I just wanted to say there are many, many heroes out there, Rotary heroes, but you're very practical. And I just wanted to say to you that congratulations for your hard work, efforts, dedication, inspiration, encouragement, and all the positive things you're doing, through the platform of Rotary. One message maybe to the audience: why do you think they should join a Rotary? Maybe was there any inspiration that you could share with our audiences out there? That why they should join Rotary?
Okay, the reason they should join Rotary is the same reason I joined Rotary. I needed the money.
Oh, okay, we don't listen to that one. Okay.
No, it's true, because Rotary Foundation has millions and billions of dollars. They don't like giving it away because they want to make sure that whatever they give that money for is going to be fully accountable. So it's hard to get money out of Rotary, and it's for the right reasons. But if you have the right project, and you all know, as an individual, you can only do so much. As a collective, you can do so much more. And that's what the foundation is for. So when I found that out, I thought, well, let's say I contribute £400 or £500 a year, Rotary will match that £400 or £500. But then if you get your friends in your club to donate the money, Rotary will match all that money. So just to give you an idea, 2 years ago, we did a global grant application, the biggest in our club's history. We did a project of $250 million. And that was because we all joined together to get the money. Rotary helped by providing half the money to establish an intensive care unit in a hospital in Gujarat in India. So join Rotary if you need the money. If you don't need the money, give it to me anyway.
That's amazing. So that's a really good little point there. So if anybody's looking for a cause that they're very passionate about and they wish to launch it, they wish to go and make an impact out there in the world, well, you can definitely get some support through the Rotary platform. Fantastic. Thank you so much, dear Tony. And global namaste to you. Thank you for joining us here all the way from Florida as well on Healing Our Earth.